Peace, y'all. Back with you here pit lane here at Daytona International Speedway.
The big key.
The world center of racing. And the Group 1 karts are out. We're still on practice day. We've been out twice. We went out once, broke the motor in. Track has got some hellacious bumps between corners in a straight line. So you're hitting them as you're gaining more speed here. Obviously flat to the floor. It hits you in the back of the head. The cart jerks and bounces. Literally gets the rear end off the ground. She revs up. It really is a letdown, because as far as I can tell, you cannot avoid them. You can't go inside, outside. You might find where it might be a little better, or it's way worse over there, but you can't get away from it. So second time out, we changed helmet. We had to change our suit back into our old suit because my sister's stitching on the leg alteration of my first suit, our Repsol suit, blew out as soon as I sat down. The crotch and thighs blew right out of that thing. So we went out and run around anyways. When I climbed in, it ripped, and then it just got worse as I was out there. So we had the white helmet, right, with all the stickering and all that stuff that we showed you in those videos. I was getting it. I don't know if the headache came from the bumps. That particular helmet, I felt like I had to hold my jaw open and keep pressure on this chin strap. I didn't have to pull my helmet down to see where I was going, but it just felt like if I closed my jaw, that the chin bar would rise up that much more, and my eyes would be just at the bottom of the chin bar of the helmet, and it just wasn't comfortable. So we got rid of that. We went back to the old
baseball.
Yeah, the old helmet with the Vortex stickers on it and stuff, with Mom and Dad's initials and the angel wings on the back of it and all that. Show them to him, Rich. I actually tested the headrest setup with this helmet at Gingerman and dialed it in and got it really good. The other helmet is similar in the distance. Hold it up, this way. The distance from where the back of the foam here to the rubber is about the same. My old helmet with the stabilizer on it that I've been using for a long time is quite a bit shorter. So that plays a part in where your head, or the back of the helmet sits on this headrest, right? You can see where the helmet was sitting on there, right? You see that line? You can see the different line from the other helmet. So this one here is it's a Bell. The other one is Chinese. You get what you pay for, right? So, and it's tight. This one isn't tight. It's already broken. It was properly fit because it's a Bell. It fits properly. So I went out with that one with this other suit on, and we took some video. The camera's still on the cart, so we're getting you some in-car stuff, fellas. Second time, went out and hammered down. Between break-in practice and the second run, we drained the water down a bit. We popped the head, inspect the top of the piston inside of the cylinder head, just to make sure. Baby steps, sneaking up on it, right? Second time out, felt a little comfortable right away with that other helmet on, and just started getting after it. The problem we're having is on the low end. When we get out of the gas and start down changing and slowing down for a corner, we go back to the gas, and it just quits running. And if it doesn't pick up and go, you got to drop another gear. And sometimes you got to drop way down, like 2 more gears, and it revs way up, and it cleans up and goes, and then you got to take off. So it's almost like it runs out of gas, then it gets the gas again. Kind of like the truck on the way here.
Exactly. With
the fuel pump module deal going out on us. But we tuned the needles a little bit. Actually, I leaned the low end down, thinking it was just too fat. And before I even took off for the second ride, you give it some gas, and it would just go bah, ying, bah, ying. So the more gas you gave it, the less it wanted to run, just right here before we took off. It didn't do that the first time, so we opened it up and then opened it up some more, and it got a little bit better on the track. So we opened it up a little bit more. We know we were able to hold it flat to the floor and get the revs up and get the exhaust temperature up and the speed up to about 133, I think the gauge said. Exhaust temp was well over 1200, 1250, 1257 from what we saw, which is danger zone for the old setup, yeah. The old motor and the old pipe and the old setup. So we're learning as we go. I actually had to run 2, got back, called Rennie, the guy that modified the motor out of Sweet Tech out in California. He was nice enough to talk to us and really calm me down and tell me don't bother to look at the numbers on the gauge. Just drive the car, try to tune the carburetor, and keep looking at the plug, keep looking at the piston, and remove the pipe, and take a look inside the pipe, and we'll read it that way. He said it doesn't matter whether it's 1,000 degrees or 10,000 degrees. I don't care what the number is. Every number is different on every cart, on every package. So what we do know for sure is the porting job and stuff that he did made a huge difference corner to corner through the infield. Man, this thing is super fast. It was no problem holding on to the old motor, shifting fifth gear and turning and doing the kink in the infield. I didn't run flat to the floor through there, which you can do. You should be able to do. If your car's good, you should be able to do it. I wasn't able to do that until the third and fourth lap, the second to last and the last lap of that last session. I finally just said, let's run around the oval, and it hadn't blowed up. So let's run it through the infield and see what it'll do. And the more you stay on the gas, the better that bogging, going back to the throttle thing got. So we're hoping. We're sneaking up with the needles. We don't want to go too far. We don't want to blow stuff up. Sneaking up on it, right, Bob? Hi to Ben out there in Arizona. How you doing, Ben? All the guys that were asked about the helmet cam and stuff, we're trying to get you as much as we can. We are going to run last on the day tomorrow, so we'll be last race, and we'll get 45 minutes. We're still not sure if 4 gallons is going to do it, are we, Rance?
We're going to pray.
And we haven't run the high test fuel yet. And you know what? We may not. If we've got enough to top it off with the C12, then we'll just run straight C12, and we'll keep that can of high test sealed up.
Yep.
If not, maybe we'll blend a gallon in with the rest of it, and we'll just open all the needles up just to make sure we're going to be okay. But baby steps, sneaking up on it. She's sparkling away in the sunshine here, y'all. She looks good. She likes the sun. That paint just loves the sun, doesn't it? This is practice group 2 going out. We're number 4. We got a little wait yet. Just wanted to check in with you. I'm Robert. And I'm Richard. We're the Lawson brothers. We're praying for you. Hang in there.